Hello and welcome to today's YouTube episode. On today's sewing adventure, I'm going to be upcycling these gorgeous embroidered tablecloths and I'm going to be making an Agnes shirt out of them. So let's get started. Before we get started today, I thought I would talk about what I am wearing, as quite a few people have been asking me recently in the comments box. So today I am wearing the Lee Bakerloo blouse in this lovely See You at 6 fabric. It's a viscose and I got this one at Lamazi Fabrics. If you have watched my previous episodes, you might have seen that I recently made the Agnes pyjama set by Paper Theory Patterns out of brushed cotton as actual pyjamas, but I liked the shirt so much that I thought that I would want to make it as an actual shirt that I could wear day to day and not as pyjamas. Then I saw on the Paper Theory Patterns Instagram page that Tara, who is the designer of Paper Theory Patterns, had used embroidered tablecloths and upcycled them to make an Agnes shirt that she could wear during the daytime. I thought it was such a lovely idea to upcycle embroidered tablecloths and make a shirt out of them, so I have decided to do that too. And I'm very fortunate that I live in southeast London and there is a shop called Mabel's Five and Dime who do sell vintage everything. I have mentioned them before, I mentioned them in my first YouTube clip, but they sell vintage fabrics, and one of the things they sell are these gorgeous embroidered tablecloths. Now, they're not perfect. Some of them do have stains, but I obviously won't use the stained parts, but they're absolutely gorgeous. And I went there and I bought a few that I thought would match, that I could use kind of like as a patchwork to make an embroidered shirt. So my first job is to take the pattern pieces and to lay them on the tablecloths, and I will show you a little bit of that process. I obviously want to lay the pattern pieces out so that you can see the embroidery on the shirt once it's finished. I will have to avoid some stains here and there, but that's fine. I will work my way around them. So these are the pattern pieces that we need for the Agnes shirt. It is quite a simple construction. I have decided to fold this sleeve in to make it short sleeved. I don't know how that will look, but I can always add on to the sleeves afterwards if I think it doesn't look quite right, but I want it to be a summer shirt, so I thought that I would crop the sleeves there. So this is the back piece. We need to cut 2 of these. We have the collar piece. We also need to cut 2 of these, and then this is the front facing piece we need 2, and the front of the shirt which we need 2 of as well. Here are the 2 tablecloths that I have chosen for the front. So you can see here I've got a line of pins going around. That is the shape of the front of the shirt. So it will incorporate all of this gorgeous embroidery here. And then the other front of the shirt is going to be made from a different tablecloth, and it has less embroidery, but I think it will be quite a nice contrast. You can see the pattern piece will come around here if you just follow the pins around. It is almost as if these 2 embroidered flowers, or 4 embroidered flowers, have been made for the collar. If I lay the collar over there, you can see that it's just covering those flowers there and then these flowers here as well. So that will look really lovely to have that detail around the collar. Here are the 2 front pieces cut out. And also, as you can see at the back, I've cut the collar piece with these lovely flowers at each end of the collar. I'm really pleased with the way that these 2 tablecloths complement each other. I think that the colours are great. I also like how one side is a little bit busier and the other side has less embroidery. I think that that works really well together too. So now I need to figure out how I'm going to cut the back pieces. This is the tablecloth I have chosen for the back of the shirt. You can see where the pins are. I have mapped out the pattern piece shape. And then what I have done is I have taken the pattern piece, the second one, and I can actually see that it'll fit before I start cutting the fabric. It might cross over a little bit there, but it will actually fit because this piece comes down to here. And then the sleeves, as I said, they might kind of cross over a bit, but I can take that into the seam allowance. So the back pieces fit, so I'm ready to cut them out. Here are the two back pieces cut out. You can see that it's got a really lovely mix of colours. It's got these beautiful oranges and yellows, and then we've got the pinks and the purples, and of course the green leaves as well. So I'm pleased with how that has turned out, and now I'll be able to start putting the shirt together. So now I have all the pattern pieces cut out, ready to go. Here they are. The pile's a lot smaller now than it was when we first started, and I have also used just this plain white lawn fabric I had in my stash for the front facing, so I've cut them, but I didn't want to waste the lovely embroidered fabric on the facings because you won't see them, so that's what I've done there. And I've also done that for the under collar as well. The construction of the shirt means that it comes together quite quickly, so I'm going to do the first initial seams and then I'm going to try it on and see how it looks, and I will show you how it looks as well. So I'm up to here now, and as you can see, it's not finished of course, but I have got this collar on. I'm super pleased with the gorgeous placement of these flowers on the collar. I think they look great. I love this placement of the embroidery as well, and as we pan out you can see that the shirt is coming together nicely, and I am going to carry on from this point. That's the back. I'm really pleased with how it's looking so far. Okay, I have just attached this first facing here, and I realised that that's actually visible, and because that is, you might not be able to see it so much on the camera, but because that is in a brand new white cotton lawn, the colour's actually quite different to the tablecloth, and because of the way that the collar sits, you will actually see that bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unpick this facing, and I'm actually going to cut a new facing out of the embroidered tablecloth because you will see it, and I think it could add quite a nice detail to either side. For those of you who may not have known quite what I was talking about, I have attached the facing for this side using the embroidered piece, and I think it looks much nicer. I know you can't really tell by the camera, but even the texture and the weave of the cotton lawn is really quite different to the linen from the tablecloth, so I feel like that just matches much better and looks, I think it looks so lovely with all of this gorgeous embroidery. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to unpick this one and restitch that on. So this is where I am up to today. I have finished the collar, put that collar in. I have done the facings, the front facings, and everything, all the pieces are on now. It's just a matter of hemming the sleeves, hemming the bottom hem, and putting the buttons on. So I'm really pleased about where I am up to, and I cannot wait to finish this tomorrow. So you can see now that I have finished the construction of the shirt. It is hemmed, the sleeves have been taken up, the collar is done, and it is all sewn together nicely. Now I have chosen these yellow buttons because I think that they match the embroidery quite nicely, and I have placed them out where the buttons should be. Now I think the embroidery will be fine, making a buttonhole over that section of the embroidery. I'm a little bit worried about this section here, but I think it will be okay. So I'm going to get the buttons on, and then I'm going to try it on and show you how it looks. And here it is, the finished shirt. I'm super impressed with how it's turned out. I'm really pleased with it. I love the way that the embroidery is placed on the front of the shirt and on the back of the shirt. I will give you a show of that. Remember that the back was from the same tablecloth, and then the front was from two different tablecloths, but I think they work really nicely together, and they're a bit mismatched, but I think that that kind of adds to the charm of the shirt. I will also show you these details, these gorgeous embroidery details at the front. Remember the collar, which has these lovely flowers coming around, and then the collar facing pieces too. We've also got the nice yellow buttons, and I'm really, really impressed with how this one has turned out. I will also quickly show you what the shirt looks like when it's not tucked in, because it's got these lovely embroidery details at the bottom of the shirt that we lose if we tuck it in. I could wear it tucked in or not tucked in, depending on what I'm wearing the shirt with, but I do like the shirt both ways, tucked in or not. I also love the fact that these were tablecloths and they have been embroidered so lovingly by someone in their life, and then they've just been discarded and not used, and some of them had stains which meant that they weren't maybe usable for the purpose of a tablecloth anymore. And what I've done is I've taken them and I've given them a new lease of life, and I really love this shirt. I'm going to wear it a lot. The linen is really soft and super cool, so I will be able to wear this one in summer as well. And that is it for today's YouTube episode. So I'll give you one last twirl. This is the front with all the embroidery, beautiful embroidery. This is the back with all of the lovely embroidery, so you can see it. And I just wanted to say thank you so much to everyone who has supported my YouTube channel. I know it's new, I am learning, I have a lot to learn, but I am getting there. I really appreciate everyone who has subscribed so far. If you haven't yet subscribed, then that would be amazing. And also if you like this video as well. I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, afternoon, whatever time it is for you, and I will see you here again soon.